To get the best out of today's amazing AIs, it's really important to understand how they work. They can feel like these all-knowing, super intelligent machines, but they are not, and they have important limitations. So tools like ChatGPT, Gemini or Copilot are built on deep neural networks, which are inspired by the human brain, but they're not the same. They use special architectures called transformers, and they are designed to spot patterns in sequences of text. That allows them to understand our prompts and generate responses. They don't read or digest text like humans do. Instead, they break it down into tokens. They are small pieces like words, parts of words, or punctuations. Then they are trained on massive amounts of data, basically most of the internet, to learn which tokens usually follow another. So in practice, when you ask a question, they predict the next token one at a time to build a response. Think of it as a super smart parrot. It doesn't really know what a birthday is, but it can say, "Happy birthday, wishing you a wonderful year ahead," because it has seen this phrasing thousands of times before. So they basically are regurgitating patterns they have learned. They have no true understanding. They generate text based on patterns, not comprehension. That can mean that they sometimes sound convincing, but they get facts wrong. This is what we call hallucination. Another problem is that their knowledge can be outdated because most models are trained on data up to a certain point in time. They now have the ability to search the internet, but the base model is still capped at a certain time. These models also don't have a long-term memory. They can only remember a limited number of tokens at a time. This window, this context window, is getting bigger and bigger, but they still have limitations. So if you go back to conversations a few weeks later, it might struggle to understand and remember what this conversation was all about. And they can be biased because they're trained on the internet, which is full of biases, stereotypes, and false information. So the information you are getting back could be drawn from patterns at very reputable, verified sources or some dark, radical corners of the internet. And it's where you bring in the human intuition and your critical thinking to think, the information I'm getting, is this all reputable or do I need to question it? So in summary, today's AI tools are powerful language predictors, not conscious thinkers, amazing at mimicking understanding, but still far from truly intelligent.